Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Very good morning. And greetings of Mahashivratri to my divine brothers and sisters. Mahashivratri is a day which is the most auspicious day in Hindu calendar. Because it is the memorial of incarnation of God Shiva. And on this occasion, what is today's topic? Experience God's presence. Do you want to experience God's presence in your life? Do you? Or are you trying to experience? Or are you waiting for this? Why do you want to experience God's presence? One young man asked me, why do I learn about God? I'm very happy. I'm enjoying my life. It means what? When do we remember God? Generally, when we face difficulties, when we have a hard time. So we call God. And suppose in that type of situation, I sit to remember God for 15 minutes. Suppose you sit to remember God for 15 minutes. How many minutes you truly connect to God? And how many minutes you keep thinking about your problem? Have you checked where mind visits again and again? Tell me the truth. What is the percentage? How many percent you remember God? And how many percent you keep thinking about your problem? 100%. Or I can say 99%, 95%. So 95%, I keep thinking about my problem. What would happen after that? It means I am connected to the problem 95%. What happens after that? Do I feel great? Or soul power is decreased, depleted? Maybe I can lose the interest to remember God because I don't see any benefit. The question is, why it happens? Why we feel difficult to remember God? Do you feel difficult to remember your parents? Or your children? Or your spouse? Do you? When you remember them, do you put their photo album in front of you? Do you make a separate time and sit and remember them? Do you close your eyes so that in front of you whatever outside things won't distract you? Do you close your eyes when you remember your relatives? Never. And to remember God, we fix the time. We leave everything behind. And we put God's photo in front of us. Sometimes we gather together, we call others, come, we have puja, we have jagran. And after doing everything, we complain. It's very difficult to remember God. So after doing so much preparations, we feel difficult. And for our relatives, we don't need anything. Anytime, doing anything, anywhere, we can remember without any preparation. So what is the reason? There is one profound reason which is very subtle but very, very important. The missing factor to connect to God is love. We don't have true love for God. खाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? भूख. If you have a good hunger, you can eat. If you are not hungry, no matter how delicious food is in front of you, you won't eat. सोने के लिए क्या चाहिए? नींद. If you have very good bedroom, very comfortable bed, nowadays water bed, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, very good bed, very good bedroom. If there is no sleep, नींद नहीं है, you can't sleep. Same way, we do lots of preparation to remember God. Even though we complain, the reason is we don't have true love. We don't have a profound relation, true relation with God. Whenever any problem comes, to whom you share first? That is your closest one. And then you share 3-4 more people, then more people, no one solves your problem. Then you tell God, God, now you are only one, please solve my problem. What is your father's name, bhai? Jeevan bhai? What is your father's name?
Jitendra.
Jitendra. See. Very good name. When we go to temple, in front of God, what do we sing? Tvameva mata pita tvameva. You are my mother, you are my father. But it is not ingrained in us. We have not considered God to be a part of our life. Am I right?
Very true.
And when we talk about spirituality, people say, sister, I'm talking about my personal life, my practical life. Or they say, sister, I'm talking about my real life. What is real? What is temporary should be real, or what is permanent should be real. We have to think about this. No guarantee which I consider real. No guarantee how long that relation will be. No guarantee. And we think that's a real. And reality is, we are away from experiencing reality. We are away from experiencing real life. We become distant from God. We don't feel any closeness with God. God is just a concept for us. Because from our childhood, we have heard there is God. Somewhere there is God. Our parents, grandparents, they have said there is God. And they had a very much love for God. They believed in God. And they said that there is God. And we thought, hoga kahi, hoga. We said yes. But we don't have any personal relation. So it's like a concept. And most importantly, there are so many different notions, so many types of opinions about God. Some people, they say, God is beyond the name and form. Other would say, all the names, all the forms belong to God. Contradict, no? Some people will say, God is everywhere, He is omnipresent. He is in each and every particles. And others would say, God is nowhere. There isn't such entity like God. People are confused. There is so much contradiction. We don't know who God is. And we have heard, He is far, 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 far away, cannot be reachable. When it happens, no one can give a real introduction of God, then God descends Himself. It is a saying, तुम मेरे द्वारा ही मुझे जान सकते हो. You can know me through me only. It is written in the Gita, तुम मेरे द्वारा ही मुझे जान सकते हो. His name is Swayambhu. He Himself comes on Bhu, on earth, and gives His own introduction. Other way we say, Hey Prabhu, mana Bhu se pade rehne wala. Hey Prabhu. Other hand we say, Swayambhu. He Himself comes and gives His own introduction. He even tells us who you are in reality. You are a point of light. So, you are an energy. Point of light. Same way, God is also point of light. In form, soul and supreme soul are the same. Point of light. Shiva, when we say Shiva, is not like any Indian god. No. Shiva means point of light. Every religion believes point of light. Light, Jyoti. So in the form there is no difference. Like $1 bill, $100 bill, same size, na? But value is different. $100 bill, 100 times more value. Same way. God is a point of light. The word Shiva is a Sanskrit word. Its literal sense is Kalyankari, benefactor. He brings benefit to all the souls. He is Mahakal. He is Mahadev, Devon ka bhi Dev. He is great God, God of gods. Great God, Mahadev. He is protector, He is liberator. What does He do? How does He protect us? How does He liberate us? What's the time? It is mentioned in Gita. Yada yadaya dharmasya glani bhavati bharata. Abhyusthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Means whenever there is irreligiousness, unrighteousness, I do come. What does he do after coming? He destroys irreligiousness. He establishes true religion. That's his task. Yada yadaya dharmasya glani. Dharma ki glani. Dharma means dharma, inculcation, application. What dharma is saying? Do I apply? धर्म की ग्लानि यानी धारणा, आत्मा की धारणा. My original qualities, which are peace, love, happiness, purity, soul is depleted by its dharma. Purity, almost gone. Love, there is no love, no true love. Selfishness has eaten. Peace. People are thirsty to experience peace even for 1 minute. Happiness. People are looking in the market, wandering in the malls. Soul power is depleted, dim. It means there was time when it was full. Must be it was full. That time, the human beings were full, pure, absolute purity, full of love, full of happiness. The soul was full, body was nirogi kaya, diseaseless body. They were at ease, dis-ease, disease, dis-ease. But that time, in the very beginning, they had a beautiful body, diseaseless body. What was that age? It was the golden age, Satyuga. And then golden age, silver age passed. The power of the soul slowly decreased. And then we started calling the Supreme, the Source. We started building the temples. And you know, whose temples are the oldest one? Shiva's. Temple to Shiva. What we did, we took a stone, round stone, and then put a point in between. Started worshipping. That point is a point of light. And slowly we started worshipping Devi Devatas, deities. How many gods in the world are? How many gods? Just one. And how many deities are? 30 crore, so many, 3.3 million deities. It means there is a difference between God and deities. So at first we started worshipping God and then deities. There are so many deities. And then slowly, great souls started coming on the earth, brought message for us. What message they brought? God is point of light. God is our Father. He is love. Christ said, He is my Father. He is love. We should have a love amongst us. Guru Nanak Dev Ji came, and what he has said, what message he has given. Eko Ankar, Sat Sri Akal, Sat Nam, Sat Guru, Akal Murat. He is one, incorporeal. He is truth. He is beyond the limit of time. Akal Murat. Sai Baba came. What message he brought?
Sabka Malik.
Sabka Malik Ek. There is one master of the entire world. So the message which they brought is the same, na? Is any difference between the message? No. What we have done, we forgot the message. We cling to the messengers. We didn't pay attention to the teachings. And we belong to the teachers. Is it same thing? Paying attention to the teachings or to the teacher is the same thing? No. Very big difference. We created branches. We divided ourselves. And then what happened? Chaos. Statistics says 76% war happened because of religion. So much fighting, quarreling. We have been divided. There are so many branches of religions. Actually, they came and gave a message to unite us. But we have created branches. So seeing that fighting, quarreling, name of religion, what we are doing. One gentleman said, I am atheist. Thanks God. Whom you are thanking? So we didn't have any personal relation. What has happened today? If you read today's news, what world this is a Kali Yuga, Ghor Andhiyar. Is the end of Kali Yuga. There is immense darkness of ignorance. There is unrighteousness. So this night, this darkness, who is going to remove this darkness? Who can bring again new day? Saying goes, Gyan Surya Prakata, Gyan Andhera Vinash. Gyan Surya, God is the sun of knowledge. Gyan Surya Prakata, Agyan Andhera Vinash means the sun of knowledge arises and the darkness of ignorance is dispelled. So, it is God's task to bring day. It is God's task to bring light in the world. What does sun do? Sun brings new day. Tell me, those who were in the morning, where they will be in the night? Where they will be? Who will be in the night? We will be. Same. But in the morning, we were very fresh. And at night, by the time of the night, we become tired. Again the same one. Morning, fresh. So as day, morning follows night, night follows day, Same way. This cycle, world cycle rotates. So where we are standing today, end of the Kali Yuga. And what is going to happen again? Satyuga, golden age will come. It's a cycle. And who brings that new day, new beginning? God Himself. Shivratri is the memorial of His descending on the earth, bringing new day. And do you know how He brings new day? Is a mystery. He brings light, He gives knowledge, He is the Son of knowledge. The first rays of the Son of knowledge is, you are a soul, you are a pure soul, we are not. He says, you are a pure soul, you are a peaceful soul. He informs us, you are a peaceful soul. But by being informed, we will not be peaceful. It's a process. Having the piece of information that I am a peaceful soul, I have to go within me. And considering me, myself, a peaceful soul. Experience yourself peaceful. Stay in that state of mind. I am a peaceful soul. Then intellect becomes sharp and worthy to make right decision. And then I will perform right actions. My right actions will give me more peace of mind. And that is recorded within me in the form of sanskar, habit, nature. I become peaceful. So it's a process. Process of being peaceful, doing in the state of peace, and then becoming. So before experiencing God, I have to experience my own qualities, my original qualities. I have to connect to my own innate qualities. Same way, being, doing, becoming in love, in purity, in happiness. I become full of these things. At BK centers all over the world, 130 countries we have centers. At every BK center, every single day, we practice this. We need everyday practice. Then we form the relation with Supreme. Nowadays, through internet, people form a relationship. People form a friendship. In our age, we used to have a pen friendship without meeting. So nowadays I see through internet, they make friends. And they become so close, so they get married also. And how it happens? One writes something, another one reads that, writes back, and then first one writes again, so they know each other. They form the relation, connection. So, Murli, Gyan is like that. It works like that. We listen to the Gyan Murli, versions of God, and we feel so good. Whatever questions we have, we get answers. And then there is the connection. We have a relation with God. We feel so close to God. It's like my parent. He's teaching me. Never think anything difficult. To experience God is very difficult. Never think that. Thinking means, if you think difficult means you close the window. Sun is out there. Some people, they put solar panels on the roof and they use solar energy. It's max. In various ways they use solar energy, and some close the window, put heavy curtain and sit inside. Sun is for everyone. But those who sit inside, what would happen to them? They will be deprived from sunlight, and their medical report will show deficiency of vitamin D. Eat supplements. Close the windows. Don't close the windows. Open your windows. Thinking is difficult means it will be difficult. So remove the curtains of body consciousness. I am a point of light. I am Atma. Then you will remember Paramatma. It will be easy. When you stay in your own self, Atmik bhav mein rahe, when you have the awareness of soul consciousness, then you will remain connected to Supreme, Divine. And you draw that flow of current, spiritual current, into your own life. You will get God's love. Is very, very important. If you say, show me, give me any proof, I tell you, there is no proof. There is no logic. I can't give you anything. You have to explore your own. Who he is, how he is, where he is. You have to explore your own. Based on the introduction which God has provided, you have to explore and then experiment in your daily life. You will see, you will get experiences. Spirituality says, experiment till you get experiences. It is not like read, listen and believe. No. Explore, experiment and then experience. So spirituality and science both are very much similar. Science says, experiment till prove. And spirituality says, explore, experiment till you experience. Your experience will be your proof. And it cannot be copied. If you say, okay, sister, tell your experience, then I will have experience. No. There should be your own experience. Love cannot be copied. Day before yesterday there was Valentine's Day. Day of love. Can you copy love? You can experience love till you love someone or you are being loved by someone, right? So the experience of God's love, you have to forge a relation with God. You have to have your own personal relation with God. And once you love, then the experience of love will be your own. It cannot be copied. So, to get God's love, know Him accurately, explore, and then experiment, you will feel God's love. God's love is like a nectar for the soul. It's a source of energy. Once the flow of spiritual current comes to you, you will feel, I don't know anything. I don't need anything. You will be so content, so happy. Nothing valuable than God's love. Suppose in summer you are sitting at home, it's very hot, you are very far away from the ocean and you ask from ocean coolness. Can you get coolness? No. Can you? No. You have to go to the ocean. And once you go near to the ocean, you will get that coolness. Same way. To get a spiritual current, I have to go to God. Where is God? It is in temple, no? It is in temple? Yes, I have heard. God is in temple. You are standing in the temple. Somebody comes and asks you, where is God? You will reply, He is up above, right? He is up above. So in the temple, there is God's image, photo, image, idol. Where is God? Up above. I tell you one thing, there was very big exhibitions and many types of booths were there. One booth was variety type of stones. One gentleman came and saw a very bright item. Asked, what is the price of that? And then the booth owner said, it's for $100. And he wanted to get $50. He couldn't get in $50. He went away thinking that later on they will reduce the price by the evening. And when he came in the evening and saw that bright item has been sold out, he inquired, how much you have sold? $100. And then he said, you are Buddhu. You know that was the real diamond, invaluable. And you have sold in $100. So the booth owner thought a moment and then said, I am from village. I am not educated. I didn't know the price. But what about you? For $50 bargaining? So who was Buddha? Who was senseless? After knowing the most valuable, the highest on high, authority, God, should we wait? Should we bargain? This is the time we have to recognize who is real God and what we can get benefits from Him. We should not wait for anything. We should not bargain for anything. This is the time to experience God's love. So, for few minutes, I would request everyone, sit in silence. Go within. Consider yourself a soul, point of light. Tune your mind to the supreme abode, Paramdham, soul world, God's home. Be in His own company. Give greetings on His birthday. Feel God's presence for few minutes, 2 minutes only. Om Shanti.